I was trying to get myself back into fitness and lose a little bit of weight, working out 3 to 4 times a week, either going running, cycling, going to the gym or fitness classes. When my first seizure hit, it was very scary, coming round and not really knowing what was happening. And I was very fearful of kind of going out on my own and doing things in case something happened. So everything that I had been doing in terms of fitness and stuff just stopped. I was let go from hospital after being told I had epilepsy with a prescription for some medication. That was pretty much it, really. No direction of where to go to find any information. I was kind of lost. I didn't know what epilepsy meant, what was happening and what the next steps were, really. Very confusing and anxious time. I had the challenge of telling my son, Reeve, who was 8 at the time. He'd actually witnessed my second seizure. I could hear him upstairs upset. I couldn't go and comfort him because I was in no state to even try and kind of make it up the stairs. It breaks my heart knowing that he saw it and he didn't know how to process it. The first page of his notebook is, I'm worried about my dad having a seizure and nobody being there, which just seeing that, it's really gutting at times. I felt very guilty about putting that extra responsibility on his shoulders at such a young age. So I started Googling about how I could explain things to him. And I came across Epilepsy Action, and the resources they have for children are absolutely amazing. And I actually ended up getting him a book called My Dad Has Epilepsy, which helped him so much. It broke it down into what he could understand at 8 years old. And he opened up and kind of worked on a plan of what he needed to do, what he needed to know. I actually kind of broke down with my wife and said, look, I feel a bit of a burden to the family, having to rely on someone to keep an eye on me. And again, Epilepsy Action's website was massive help with that. And I came across some support groups, booked myself onto one of them, and I was very much kind of didn't want to put my camera on. I'm not really a talker. And I think that comes from my upbringing. I was brought up around the army and I just don't talk about mental health and stuff. And I think there's always that stigma about men's mental health. You're just expected to get on with it. But I kind of put myself out there and I was like, you know what, let's try it. It can't do any harm. Listening to their stories and the staff that were on the calls really kind of helped, and it put me at ease, and I did end up actually speaking on some of them. You know, I was happy to have my camera on, and I feel that I can provide that support now. I want to raise that awareness of epilepsy, because people just think epilepsy is flashing lights and falling to the floor and having a seizure, but there's so much more. The mental health side, the fear, the side effects of the medication. From my perspective, the more information and the more data you've got, the better it is. Epilepsy Action has helped me hugely with the talk and support groups. My understanding of epilepsy and my mental health has improved. You know, just get out there and talk. It's going to make you feel a lot better. Thank you, Epilepsy Action, for all the help you've given to me and my family, and anybody that's thinking of donating. It's such a worthwhile kind of charity. Have a look at the work that Epilepsy Action do.